we should be live. Live from Friday night.
Yeah.
It's the Rite of Spirits. Turn us up here. Make sure we can hear. All right. Turn us up here. Make sure we can hear. All right. Hello,
Look,
sir.
hi. I was texting a neighbor.
Let's go. All right,
Yeah.
so first off, I want to thank our subscribers that have recently joined. I have not had the opportunity to do so, but
That sounded like a
I am
robot.
now.
We want to thank the subscribers.
I want to thank the subscribers. I do. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this. So I thank you.
I thank you too. Sorry. I was looking at the smooth Ambler.
Ambler, yeah. So right now we have about 54 subscribers, and we would like to hit about 60 for next Friday. So I'm gonna work really hard on sharing, liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. What about you?
I'm gonna be working in the garage, so.
Oh yeah, no promotion from you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Where are we?
We're at Combustion in Pickerington, and they have a band here. Well, it's not really a band; it's two guys and a guitar. They actually sound phenomenal. I got to get their names because they sound great. They just did "Here Comes the Sun." They did "Working Man" by Marcus King. They did "Tall-Legged Woman." I mean, they were really good.
Nirvana.
Yeah, they did.
Now
Now they're doing "Low Places." I could do without this song, but they did some Nirvana stuff. They did some blues stuff, so it was pretty good.
They definitely are a 90s band.
I don't know what they are.
They're
They've done some classic rock. They've done some 90s. They've done some new stuff. So
They're a little over the place. Tonight I am experiencing a blood orange cider straight from the tap and a Picktown cider straight from the tap. So I'm always going to be double fisting.
sounds so bad.
Not on Parsons.
All right. Oh. Got anybody in the chat so far?
Nope.
All right. Well, I'm drinking. I forgot what I'm drinking, but there's 4 of them. I know one's like a stout, which is probably this one, and then this one is a lager. That's a lager, and then that's a IPA. So, and the only reason this one's down low is because I spilled a little when we were leveling the table.
Yeah. That happens.
What do you have going on?
Trying to share this live. Get some more people in here.
Fun fact, the very first ride we did, Combustion, was one of the original breweries.
Yeah, that was on our very first ride,
Very first
2018.
ride, 2018.
I like Combustion. I think they have a great variety of beers.
Mm-hmm. They were way different back then, though.
Yeah.
It was the same size building, they were just way different. Like, they were more interactive with us because it was owner to customer. Now they got a staff and everything. So.
There you go. It's all shared. Hopefully we'll start seeing some folks show up.
Hopefully. Maybe. Possibly.
Possibly.
Oh,
Keep talking.
what do I gotta keep talking?
Because I'm doing stuff here. Getting the account switched over.
Doing everything by the seat of our pants.
That's what we do, right?
That's
There we go. Now we can see. Well, let's add another window. This one. Whoa. You don't like the song, but you started singing
I
it.
hate it.
That's nice of you. Where's Combustion located?
Pickerington, I said that earlier.
Oh, we're in Pickerington. Okay. All right. My week was actually quite fast. After hump day, it absolutely soared through. Work flew by. I don't even remember sleeping at my house for the night and going back to work. Like it flew by. And now I'm here. And I think it's just because this week has been so busy with doing stuff after work that it just felt like I didn't even have a week.
Yeah, I felt that way too.
Yeah. The best thing about my week was actually getting on the bike and going for a ride.
Yeah.
I rode to work. What was that? Tuesday or Wednesday?
Yeah.
Which one?
Wednesday.
Was it Wednesday?
Yep, it was Wednesday.
Okay. I rode to work Wednesday, and it felt really hot. The temperature was 50 degrees, but it felt a lot hotter than that.
Yeah.
I mean, I was.
Well, it was 74 was the high that day.
Yeah, and when I left work at 5 o'clock, 4:30, 5 o'clock, it was 72 degrees still outside. And I could not believe how hot it was.
Yeah, it was nice.
But the wind was so harsh.
It didn't matter. It felt great.
But it felt so good to be on the bike and the
Yeah.
ride.
It was great.
Stayed out on the bike until 9:30 that night. And we came home. And then we went to sleep.
Yeah.
And then did it all over again.
Then I went to work.
Yeah, we
And
went
then
to
did it
work.
all over again.
Yeah. So, cheers everybody to Free Your Mind Friday. Beer clinks. That's a good song.
So my week was, I had to tell a customer that their bike had a rusty oil bag. Yeah. That was pretty rough. I don't like giving them bad. Even if they had paying me, I don't want to give them terrible news. But it has to get fixed. It has to get fixed right. So, and it's a lot of work, but it's okay because Wednesday was the greatest day on earth. It just was. Out of all the crap that happened in Monday and Tuesday at work and having to deal with that situation and like Aaron and John came over and literally were like, let's go for a ride. I'm like, yeah, let's do it. Well, actually, John came over, and then we had to go get Aaron, but we went to Possum Holler Pizza, that's.
Which, surprisingly, that place has gone up in, I don't know.
The facility's a lot bigger. It's a bar now. They got their liquor license. It's no longer just a pizza place.
It looks good. It looks really good. It's all pine on the inside. They have a stage.
It's no longer just a box pizza place. Pizza that tastes like a box. It's, and they actually got a parking lot now.
Yeah, they added on.
From before.
Yeah, and then did you notice that they had like a little, it's like this small 10 by 10 area for their patio.
Oh yeah.
Where people can go out and drink
so
with
so they can smoke is what that's for.
Oh, okay. Well, still, it's like so small, it's inconsequential.
Yeah,
They should have just not put the bars up, like put the railing up and just let it
Honestly,
free roam
what
into
they
the
should have
parking
done
lot.
was extend that area to the length of the building where that light pole is, and it would have been just as good. But
Yeah.
it is what it is. But after that, we went to Loose Rail, had the worst beer in the world. And
I want to try their pizza.
Loose Rail,
Yeah.
I would too.
'Cause I was debating whether to get a pizza or not from Loose Rail, and then, a couple people were like, "Oh, we already ate," and then another one was like, "Well, I want to wait till the next stop." So I was like, "Well, I don't want to sit here and, waste time and have you guys watch me eat."
Yeah.
'Cause I was hungry, but I was willing to wait for the last stop, and I should have just got the pizza.
Yeah, then we rode to Outer Belt. That was pretty cool. And then we rode home on 33, and me and Aaron got into a little bit of a drag race, and I lost my sunglasses and almost lost my hat. And so it seems to be that the dad bagger or Pappy Glide or whatever you want to call it is quick off the line. So
It's a quick bike.
it's pretty quick for how heavy it is. So
It's got a Screaming Eagle 103, so
yeah,
it's got some kind
it's
of
a good
power.
build. It's a good build. But the other thing is like we gave Aaron his Guardian bell. So
Yeah. Aaron's now safe from the road gremlins.
yeah, probably should have done that before we drag raced, but whatever.
Well, it was a test.
Hmm?
It was a bike test. You gotta test it fully, okay?
Yeah.
Make sure it can handle everything.
But that was fun.
That is funny.
So what are you doing?
Trying to interact and get people in.
Oh.
What are you doing?
Well, you got 2 messages.
No, I don't.
No.
Those are text messages.
Yeah.
I leave them alone because they'll pop up on the phone if you're not careful.
Oh,
I'm not worried about those.
okay.
I'm just gonna leave it alone. But no, I mean, Wednesday was just
And then
a
Thursday.
breath of fresh air.
Well, and then Thursday came, and it made you feel like you did something wrong on Wednesday, and God was punishing you because it dropped all the way down to like 21 degrees in the morning. I was
This
so
weather,
mad.
I'm so tired of this weather, and it's not gonna get any better until probably second week of April, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it sucked.
Yeah, I don't enjoy these colder weathers.
I don't think anybody that has a motorcycle enjoys looking at their bike in the garage. Like, what are you gonna do? Read it a bedtime story? Don't worry, little guy. One day we'll be out there.
Tuck it in with the blanket, give it a little pillow. to
It's
put it in.
okay. Daddy's here. It'll be all right.
Yes, that's what I should do. Read my bike a bedtime story and tuck it in.
That was actually an old post on the Facebook page. Jason something. I can't remember his last name, but he posted there. He said somebody said, "Has everybody winterized their bike?" And he goes, "Yes, I have. I've tucked it in. I've read it a bedtime story, and every night I go out and make sure that it's doing okay." And I was like, "That's hilarious."
It's true when you love your bike so much that when you get off of it and you get ready to go into a building and you look back to make sure your bike's okay. I did that at my work. I miss you already.
It's really funny because I was explaining this to Kathy yesterday. When people take their bike to a shop and everything, and they trust that person, they know that person knows that is their freedom, that is their lifeline. And it's the same thing with cars, but not like cars you drive every day, like cars that you've dreamed about. That's what a motorcycle is to this culture. It's like you drop it off and you expect that person to know that right there is what keeps you going. We make jokes about wind therapy and stuff, but in actuality, it really is It is a
Therapy.
life-altering experience every time you get on that motorcycle. So, and it's sometimes it's hurtful because like you get big shops that just want to get you in, get you out, and make money. And then there's guys like me out there that just want to make things right as much as they can and what they're capable of, and keep the customer in mind that hey, they're trusting you with their lifeline. This
Yeah.
is not a motorcycle is not an extension of yourself.
It's a part of you.
Well, no, it's not, but it's what makes you. It gives you that next day. It's like a Prozac. It's like I don't have to do drugs. I don't have to do antidepressants. I don't have to smoke a cigarette because I have my bike and I can get on it and I can clear my mind. And maybe I'm getting philosophical, but what Kathy said to me was like it was really heartfelt when she said, people just don't understand that like this is a very personal thing, and I do. And I think everybody that we ride with understands that when you get something done or you trust somebody and they let you down, it crushes your soul because your bike is like it's like a dog. You don't want somebody to hurt your dog or your or your baby. You don't want somebody to hurt your baby. So how about them Cubs?
This got deep.
How about them Cubs?
Oh,
We
they're
got
still on
any
a
Indian?
losing
I mean,
streak.
Guardian fans in there? Oh, sorry.
Indians for life.
Buckeyes.
Nope.
So, yeah. So what's next on the list?
Where do we go yesterday? We go. Okay, so first off,
Where did
we
we go? Oh, I
we
had to go pick
found
up
controls
parts.
for Harleen, which is my Harley Black
Yeah, those were
Line.
delivered.
First off, we went to Harley Davidson and we purchased them, and then realized they were on back order until middle of May, I think, right?
But this goes back to when I made that post about Harley doesn't want you to fix your bike. They want you to buy a new bike.
Right. Well,
so everything's on back order.
Well, what I'm saying is like it sucks because it's just control covers, but I understand they may not be able to have them in stock because it's an older bike. I get that, but that's a long time. 6 weeks is a long time, and the price was
for lower halves.
ridiculous.
It was almost $200
for two lowers, $200, $100 a piece.
And here's the bad part: like the oil bag that I'm replacing, it was $995 on Harley Davidson.
Yeah.
And then we found one made in the exact same factory under V Twin Factory, sorry, and it was like $150. What's the markup, Harley?
Yeah.
And it's not just the name. There has to be something that, like, literally the weld was better, the material thickness was better. It doesn't make sense.
I'm not understanding it. 6 weeks out and it's OEM Harley Davidson, right? Mm-hmm. And then 2 days later and you buy it through an aftermarket place.
Yeah.
And it's there.
Yeah.
And it looks legit. And it's made in Taiwan or whatever.
Yeah, but so is Harley parts.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't matter.
I think it's the same thing. Maybe they bought it from a Harley, or maybe they're stocking it for some reason, but they had it, and I got it now, so. I
don't know, like, the Harley aftermarket world I know is huge, but Harley should not charge that much for their parts, especially for parts they're still using today. There are some parts from the 2014 to the 2016 or 17 twin cams that they're still using on the Milwaukee 8. Like some of the oiling parts, some of the fittings and all that stuff. Like a brake fitting is $70.
Ooh.
Why? It's a piece of plastic. I don't know.
Moving on with the failure of Harley, how about that new 121?
It's a Milwaukee 8. I have no faith in it.
I hate the air intake. It's one of the ones that
I'm glad you hate the air intake. I hate that it
I'm-
smokes. A lot of them are smoking. That's what I hate.
So no, I mean that's just a cosmetic thing.
Smoking? No, that's an
no,
internal.
what I hate is a cosmetic thing.
Oh,
The air intake, it curves to the front of the bike, and it's a K&N or a Vance and Hines.
No, it's not.
Yes, I saw
Nope.
it on the thing.
it's not a Vance and Hines. It's a Screaming Eagle. Harley Davidson doesn't put Vance and Hines stuff on their bikes.
It was
Come
on. It
that's
was
their
on
competitor.
It was on the billboard when we were
Ah.
checking out. It said it's the new VO2, or I mean the Vance and Hines something,
Well, I don't know about that. I'm telling you right now, it's probably Screaming Eagle.
and it was that.
Because they're not going to undercut
Same
their
thing.
own performance lab. So
Well, either way, it looks stupid, and it doesn't
Yeah.
fit the bike at all. And it says on the part that comes out, and then you have the air cleaner on this little stupid oval round rectangle part. It says 121, and
yeah,
it doesn't
125,
match.
Or yeah, 121.
121, yeah, and it doesn't match at all. And then you go to the engine, and you're like, well, it looks like a Milwaukee 8.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like anything's changed.
Then 9 out of 10 chances it's going to be smoking really bad when it leaves.
And then you look at the paint job, and like some of them has really cool paint jobs, like the Mystic Shift. That's really cool. It looks dark blue, then it goes into like a purple to a light pink.
Can we talk about the elephant in the room? Let's just talk about the tank, how it's the Challenger tank. It's literally an Indian tank.
Yeah. So if you
100%, it's an Indian tank.
yeah, so the new Street Glides, if you put an
Street glides, road glides.
Indian up next to it, they look identical, and they have this purple denim paint job on some of the Street Glides and stuff, and it looks identical to Indian's paint jobs that they have put out
Yeah.
on their
Challenger.
Challenger. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking Chief, but it's
And then
Challenger.
the Roadmaster, like the Roadmaster has, and like the tanks now come. I guess we're not explaining it very well. Like the normal tank comes on a Harley Davidson, it's completely round. Well, they have decided that they're going to do kind of like a 2-tier. What they don't understand is Indian already did that. So I'm wondering if that tank you can put on an Indian. Because it's the same tank. 100% same damn tank. And this is why Johan is a terrible CEO. Excuse me.
Yeah, we Harley should be known for being
American.
used to be known for being not only American but looking different. You had the baggers, right? They were the ones who had the baggers, and you knew what a Harley was, and you could hear a Harley when it's going down the street. Now, it just blends right on in with everything else.
Well, and
They're quiet. They're looking like other manufacturers, and
I don't want to sound like I'm a Harley hater because I'm not. I'm really not. I love Harley.
you own a Harley.
I own a Harley. And it just, to me, what upsets me about the whole Harley Davidson deal is people just, I don't know, like Harley used to set the standard. Now it's like Harley surpassed the standard and they have to keep up. But the way they're doing it is if we have a problem, put it back on the customer. And to me, that's wrong. It's like a kick in the face.
Yeah, I mean it's getting terrible for Harley.
Is Bree and John on?
Nobody yet. It's okay though. They can watch the replay.
I got a lot of people sending me videos. Anyways.
So, you talked about the weather already. Wednesdays. With knowing that the weather is still going to be crappy for at least 2 more weeks, I think Rolling Thunder Wednesdays should
16th.
should be moved.
16th of April.
The 16th of April. Okay.
I was going to do the second week. We're going to do it the 16th of April. And actually, in the beginning of this live stream, I was actually talking to Adam, who lives across the street. And he's got a buddy who's got a Mustang. He's going to bring that over. And he's going to fire up the Dodge. And it's going to be really, really nice. And I was going to see if we can get Terry to start up the show. But
You can't really hear
yeah,
that.
you
no.
can't really hear the show.
Yeah. Adam's definitely.
Yeah.
I wake up every morning to do that. But
Yeah. I woke up late on Thursday to Adam's truck. Was I mad? No, I was like, yes. Yes.
every morning, 5:55. And you hear this this hum
Oh, yeah.
until about 6, maybe 6:01, 6:02, and then he drives off.
I don't know.
I'm just like, okay, I guess I gotta start waking up for the day.
So Rolling Thunder is going to start April 16th, 8:30. Definitely, since we had to wait to figure out when we could do it. Yeah, because I don't know what the weather's going to be. That's going to be a different thing.
We have
Yeah.
one.
Looks like we have two.
No, one's us. One is us watching it, and the other one is the other one.
Oh, okay. So that's going to be Rolling Thunder. I'll post something in the Facebook group so that keeps everybody up to date.
April
That's what-
16th, right?
April 16th.
Cool. I can't wait. I'm
It's
so
gonna be-
stoked.
It's going to be awesome.
And oh my gosh, when I went over to Nancy's on Wednesdays, I have to tell you this. I texted her from the driveway, and it was 9:30, right? So
Yeah.
and they just got back home from church about 8 o'clock. So I thought they might have just been winding down and going to bed because all their lights were out in their house. So I text Nancy, and I'm like,
They could have
hey.
been running away from you.
Maybe. I said, Nancy, I'm home. Are you awake still? She goes, yeah, I know. I heard you, but we're still awake. I was like, all right, I'm coming over.
I want to get my birthday presents.
Yeah, so we went over. I went over, and I said, I'm sorry if we were too loud. I don't know if anybody's asleep over here. She goes, no, I'm just doing dishes. Maddie's watching TV, playing on her tablet, and Terry, he just laughed when he heard you guys come around the block. I was like,
Terry's like, it's Wednesday. He warned us.
I loved it. I loved it so much. I was like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to like rev my engine
Oh, I did.
as long as I did.
I totally meant to rev mine.
Because when I let off the throttle, it still went for another like 6-7 seconds to
Yeah.
wind back down. It's like, oh no.
We came around that corner and we passed the Colorado neighbor house, and I think all of us revved it.
Yeah, we all did.
Uh,
I heard us all.
we were obnoxiously loud.
I wonder what Gerald thinks.
Gerald's probably giggling like a little girl.
That's what I.
Shut the fuck with them.
Can you see him sleeping and be like,
Actually, I think Gerald was probably on the road at that time because he's got that weird schedule.
no, remember he's off work right now.
Oh, yeah.
And the Focus
You're
was
right,
in the
you're right,
driveway.
you're right.
Yeah.
So he probably woke up like, ow, my back. God, that sounds good.
Upcoming rides. We don't have anything scheduled yet, right?
No, we do need to get stuff posted on the page.
Yeah. So Lima has their biker blessing already
Lima?
scheduled. Lima, Ohio. Yeah. They already have their biker blessing scheduled.
Don't we have one here?
We have one at the Purple Church in Grove City.
Yeah.
It's just not up yet.
Okay.
I think it's going to be May 5th, though, around May 5th.
Okay.
But I'm going to go to that this year.
I'm going to also.
It's really early in the morning, though.
Technically, I'm an ordained minister, so there might be Kelly and Josh's garage, driveway blessing. So I'm just saying, be the best fucking preacher you guys have.
You know how they put
let's just move on.
You know how they put the holy water on the forehead?
Yeah.
They're like,
The holy smudge of grease.
oh yeah.
Dude, now I want to do it. All right, guys, new plan.
No, I think we'll just go to the biker blessing at the Purple Church, Grove City.
Damn it. Just like take a little bit of grease off there, like where their oil. You have been blessed, my child.
Or brake dust. Give me
No,
that
you
brake
don't. You
dust.
can't do brake dust. Brake dust is awful.
Oh no, that's
You
fiberglass.
can't get that off.
No, never.
It's asbestos. Good lord.
No, we're not doing that. My bad. But yeah, we really do need to start getting some upcoming rides going and scheduled. If this damn weather would chill out and actually be warm. You know, it's spring. This is the second day of spring, and when I woke up this morning, there was frost on the car.
So like Wednesday, we went and did the. Aaron and John took me out riding and everything, which.
That
Thank
sounds
you.
pretty gay.
No, they did.
Sorry, y'all.
No, they did.
That sounds pretty bad.
Like literally, they came to the house. I think it was Monday, and then they're.
Oh, yeah.
We all determined that Wednesday we're gonna go riding, and then like we did it, and John was like, "Dude, it's for your birthday," and I was like, "That's fucking sweet." But more importantly, probably one of the
What's
funniest.
up, B?
Probably one of the funniest things in the world is like we got back to the house and we had a blast and everything, and the next morning we're texting each other like, "Well, it was good for one day." I mean, and then somebody chimed in and said it's the first day of spring, and I'm like, "Yeah, okay, God, this is a cruel joke. Like 21 degrees, this is awful." I'm gonna go get a beer.
Oh, boy. All right, next topic. It's going to get loud. Oh, not bad. The band played Creed, Three Doors Down, just now, and they sound so good. I wish I was out there listening to them, but I'd rather be in here with y'all. Nice, quiet room. If you're wondering where we are at Combustion Brewing Company in Pickerington, Ohio. It was one of the first locations we chose when we started our Ride of Spirits annual ride. I enjoy it here. They have a great variety of beverages. I am drinking a cider of some sorts. I can't remember what it is now. And this is a Picktown cider. Oh, blood orange cider. And this is a Picktown cider. So this is a semi-dry and this is a sweet. I really do like them. If you like grapefruit, you would like the blood orange. What's up? So the Facebook page, I haven't been too active on it. I have been sort of active more on the Kels High Shine page because that's my side hobby. And I'm trying to get more business now for this year. I got one coming up. Depending on the weather, I was supposed to have one on the 29th and 30th. But due to the weather, I might have to postpone that for a week and throw it into April. I'm going to look up the weather right now just to see what it says because I'm very interested in it. I don't like not knowing what the weather brings to the place I belong, West Virginia. There it is. That's what they're singing right now out there. So it says Pickerington is 45 degrees. Today's high was 51. The low was 27. 45 now, but it feels like 36 due to the 11-mile-an-hour wind. Tomorrow, Saturday, is 33 and 49. Sunday, rain. Monday, rain. Tuesday, maybe rain. But we're not going to get another good day until, okay, so Friday. Friday is going to be 45 and 64. I could definitely detail on that day after work. But then on Saturday and Sunday, it's supposed to rain, and then it's going to get cold again. So I don't
What
like
did I
this
miss?
fluctuation of weather. I was checking the weather to see, like, for Kel's
Oh.
High Shine, for the detailing things, and I was talking to them about it.
Oop.
Um, so the next topic is where Facebook page is going, and I told them I wasn't that active on Cerveza.
Yep.
I wasn't haven't been active because I've been doing Kel's High Shine a little bit more.
And I've been doing a lot of the Lucky Hand stuff.
Yeah, I've been helping him film some of the Lucky Hands garage items.
But we haven't actually done a ride in 3 years. 2022 is our last ride.
I mean, we do rides all the time. It's just.
But we haven't actually hosted a ride in 3 years.
So what are you suggesting?
What do you mean? What am I suggesting? What I'm suggesting is we have to host a couple rides this year.
All right, Fuel Cleveland is number one.
Yeah.
Blessing on the Bikes is number two.
Well, that's not a ride. I mean, they're just going to Grove City.
Well,
I
that
mean,
leads to riding for the rest of the day.
Technically, we're hosting half of the ride to Ray. The ride to Ray and Kim.
Yeah, we are, because we're gonna go up towards Cuyahoga Falls.
Yeah, so
Yeah, so whoever wants to come to Cuyahoga Falls with us, they can come.
yeah. So then the other thing is there's going to be there's definitely going to be a brewery ride sometime, but it's only going to be like one brewery.
Yeah, like one that's little ways away.
Yeah. Maybe Hoptometry or something like that.
Optometry would be good. 1820 in Kalida.
1820, yeah, would be a good one.
Yeah,
I like to get a lot of people to go up there.
me too. They love us up there.
I know. I felt so bad because like Ohio Bike Week went an extra week over, and it fucked up our schedule. But either way, it's decent.
Nothing. He's off right now.
Oh, yeah. I feel empty without him. So we have to host a ride. We have to host a couple rides because we've been truant for too long.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Sorry.
Just thinking in my head because once you give me an objective, then my head starts going
Oh yeah, we've
thousand different ways, and I try to think what would be the best options. I know Kaleido would be a good option. Optometry would be a great
What's
one.
Kaleido?
1820.
Oh, yeah. That'd be a good one. And then
But my nephew wants to learn how to ride, so we got to get him on dirt bike sometime too.
And plus we got to get Harleen finished, but that's gonna be up
Yeah.
to you. And
I know we got to definitely get Harleen finished.
so,
I want to ride her to Fuel Cleveland.
well, you're gonna have to finish it.
I understand. No
Yeah.
problem.
So,
There's no problem with that.
yeah, we're gonna have to pick a brewery for this year to go to. We're gonna have to pick a couple things actually.
I would like to go to Lima to meet up with
What is with the Lima thing?
Dustin and Camille.
Oh, so that's why Lima's coming up.
Yeah.
It's
She,
like-
she posted her blessing
Oh.
for Widow Son.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So that's the other thing. Like when we're doing these live streams, we actually had a discussion today. There's certain breweries we won't go to because of certain aspects, and it's nothing against the current staff or anything, but it's more against some of the things that have happened to good people that we know. And there's easy ones that you can ask to use their brewery and they don't ask questions, they don't care. But then there's ones where you're like, do I really want to advertise that place? Because number one, they don't need us. And then number two, everybody knows about them. And then number three, the history of some of the stuff that they've done to staff was horrible. Like one of the biggest ones is
Over in
Platform.
Yeah, Platform just closed their door automatically with no ifs, ands, or buts, and just.
Yeah,
But the whole thing is
they were terrible to
their
their staff.
their staff just closed the doors and didn't even lock up or anything just because they have bad ownership.
Yeah,
You can't treat somebody terrible and expect them to stay and work for you. And when you ask them to work overtime, you can't expect them just to say yes, especially if it's last minute.
well, it was more. It was way less than that.
I
It was
mean-
way more than that. Like you can't tell a staffer that, hey, you're gonna work over tonight, but you're gonna clock out, and then we'll get you on the back end, and then never get you on the back end.
Yeah.
So they're like that's a perfect example of like breweries that we don't want to be a part of. We don't want to advertise. But I know that Platform still has some beer out there that's actually pretty good, and hopefully their business motto is a lot better than what it was back then. But I'm still weary, and one of the places we love going, but I'm still weary about it.
I don't love going there anymore.
It's the dog.
The atmosphere has changed so
Yeah.
much.
But the staff has changed so much too.
They have high turnover rate,
They do.
and that's because they don't know how to treat their staff. Point
And
blank.
they were involved in a sexual scandal too.
You don't have to say what kind of scandal, but
So-
yeah, it has bad reputation,
Yeah,
and it sucks because that was one that we
that's
truly
what got
put
us
our whole
into craft
heart
beer.
and soul into
Yeah.
it.
We actually own parts of the company, so yeah, so it sucks. Yeah, so when we pick a brewery, we first of all, it's one that's always been kind to us and one that's never strayed away from the roots. So Combustion is one of those. They've never strayed away. They've never turned a blind eye, and they've always been very independent of other people, even though that like they have grown. They still know that hey, the little guy is just as important as the big guy. So,
Yeah,
and it's in this.
they only have 2 locations here in Columbus, so one south and one
I
north.
think they have a third one now.
No, they only still have the 2.
I think they have a third one. It's not in Columbus. Though.
I don't think so.
Yeah. It's not like
I haven't heard of anything.
it's not like CBC where they have like 3
Okay.
or 4, but
Yeah, because North High Brewing, they have
they don't have any now.
why?
All they have is a canning facility.
Are
You're
you
thinking
kidding
CBC.
No, I'm not. I'm thinking
CBC is the one.
North High is in Dayton, and it's in Dublin.
I think you're thinking CBC.
Nope.
All right, I'm looking it up because are you talking about the dude that gave me like a giant hug and all that stuff? Because that was CBC.
I don't. No, I don't remember that.
Yeah, well, he was on a scooter.
Do you think I remember everything that you do?
Yeah, you should because it was one of the most awkward moments we ever had.
Why don't you just type the name in right here? North High. Where are you at?
Everywhere. CBC. Oh, sorry.
I think it's because you're like not in a vicinity.
$16 locations.
Yeah, but
See?
you're on the app.
I am on the app.
North High has one in Dublin.
I'm telling you,
and
North High
in
doesn't have any.
Dayton and downtown. You're on the app. Get out of the app.
You're killing
Are
me.
you telling me they shut down?
They only have a canning facility. The place where the guy gave me a hug and everything.
I don't
Well,
remember
there
that.
is one in Dublin, but that might
Okay.
be their canning. Yeah, that's their canning.
Okay, well, go and type in Dayton. Well, you didn't have to do all that.
I swear to God, I wish you would believe me sometimes. There is none in Dayton.
Westerville, Dublin, Columbus.
There is none in Dayton. There's a CBC in Dayton.
Okay.
because we had, remember one of the owners like sat next to the bar, and he was on a Vespa.
I get things mixed up all the time because we go to too many.
Yeah,
of
and
them.
we rode off on motorcycles, and he almost wrecked his Vespa. So
Okay. So what's going to happen with the YouTube page?
well, no, that's all up to you. That's your page. You're in charge of it.
It's our page.
you're
Actually,
in
it
charge
takes
of it.
two, me and you.
Essentially, what I think should happen is there should be more content more than live streams.
I agree, but crappy weather, it's really hard to get content when I want to be on.
We
I
still
want
go
to
to
get some
breweries.
footage of the bikes
We
and
still
stuff.
go to breweries. We still go to breweries, wineries, meaderies, cideries. We still go there when
And
we're
it
not
costs
on
money
those.
too.
When we don't have motorcycles.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
so I think that we should pick one of those and try to focus on, or just a destination.
I like destinations. I like going outside of Columbus because it gives people time to travel and to talk about the experience that they had.
Yeah.
Oh, one thing.
You want to go see a big can of soup?
No, Campfire.
Oh,
We
yeah,
visited
Campfire.
Campfire Brewing in
Yours were okay.
Worthington, Westerville. It was Westerville.
Okay, so you're conflating those. I know which one you're talking about, but the one that we went to, I thought was near Bell Fountain that had the tents.
Am I?
I think one's called Campfire and the other one's called Camp Brewing.
Camp Brewing?
And then I try to
Oh,
find it,
yeah. That's so confusing when breweries do that.
Mhm.
Campfire versus Camp Brewing.
Yeah.
I liked Camp Brewing with the tents. And
gotta
I
find
want
it.
people to experience that.
Camp Brewing, yeah, it was Camp Brewing that had the tents.
And how far away is that from here?
That is in
Or from-
Huntsville.
Okay, so
Yeah.
how far away is that?
That is right above Bellefontaine, Bell Fountain, however you want to pronounce it. But-
Bellefontaine?
yeah, and there's actually 3 there now.
I like Roundhouse a lot.
Oh, Indian Lake. Be a nice little ride.
So it's up towards Indian Lake. That would be a great ride. That'd be
No.
a great ride to hit.
Dalton Union.
Yeah, I love Dalton Union.
Dalton
we
Union's
had
got some
really
great
good.
ciders.
We had really good experiences there.
Mhm. They got great ciders. They got great beers and great wine. So
I can dig me some wine.
yeah,
Which reminds me, Bidwell,
yeah.
we're doing a ride there.
Yeah, we are doing a ride. I was originally going to do it with just with a couple friends, but we may want to add to it.
We'd like to make it a couple's ride,
But Mary Family
but
Winery.
sometimes you just can't do that.
Mary Family Winery just holds a huge spot in our heart. You know, we've been going there since 2014, so you know, we still have. Well, no, we just shared last year one of the original bottles we bought from Mary Family Winery.
Which is crazy because the previous owners sold it last year to their nieces, I think it
Mhm.
was, and we didn't know anything about it. And we take this bottle down that we had since the first time we met
Yep.
them, and we cracked it open and drank it with them, and it was amazing. That was pretty cool.
What was funny is when I had the bottle out, the husband said, "Are you sure that's 10 years old? Because that might be 13 or 14." And I said, "No, it's 10 years old. We got it in 2014." And he was like, "I'd have to go back through my bottles, but I'm pretty sure that maybe that's the last time we used that label, the last year."
Yeah, because it was the old label.
And then I had to explain to him I had a black and white label. It was the same label that's on the on black now, but it was a black and white label. And he goes, "Yeah, that was in the first batch that we ran. That the labels got messed up. What they sent us, and then the next batch after that, I was like, well, I had that label too."
Yeah, we're on like the 4th rendition of the labels right now. And I really hope the nieces will, there's 2 of them.
Yeah.
I really hope that they do a lot with that location. I do see a lot more posts
Mhm.
on Facebook about the brewery.
The brewery,
winery. Sorry, about the winery.
They do a lot on Instagram.
Do they? See,
Yeah.
I don't. I'm not on Insta anymore.
They do a ton on
It's
Instagram,
just too much.
which is great because Instagram is way better than Facebook.
Yeah.
So
Well, we got 11 minutes left. We would really like to know, what are people's thoughts on places to go? Where would you guys like to go? We can help. Sorry, we can help create the
you
ride.
smack your titty or something?
My mic.
Oh,
We can help create the ride with you, but we would like to know where you all would like to go.
we'd like to know like your thoughts on things and
It can be out of state. I like to ride to the surrounding states of Ohio. So I mean, we're open for ideas. The
Yeah.
farthest we rode was South Bend, Indiana, and then Lexington, Kentucky.
we rode but we actually rode further. So the farthest we've ridden is almost to Tennessee. Because we were at one point in Lexington, we had ridden so far out that we were on the border of Tennessee.
I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm. So
Because you had your Sporty, didn't you, at that time?
got my Sporty, and then with the
Wow.
longest I've gone on my Softail, it was not out of state, but we just
No.
rode. I think we did 1,500 miles in total for Lexington, or not Lexington, Auburn, and around, because we almost went into Illinois, which I thought was hilarious.
We were literally 45 minutes from Chicago. We were at the bottom of Lake Michigan. I always think it's
an hour. It was an hour and 10, but I think you're right. I think it was 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was only 45 because, well, oh, no, you might be right because John Dillinger's museum was a little bit farther up.
Well, no, because
But now that's not there, so.
Well, no, because we went to Studebaker and you had to show me that it was like only 45 minutes out of Illinois. So, yeah, that was a long time. And then we rode. There was one day that we rode most of the south. Yeah, it was most of from Athens up around Wilmington and all that. And I think we totaled almost 2,000 miles that day. And that was on the Softail.
Okay.
But yeah, so.
We go to West Virginia quite often on the bike.
Yeah, it's because my family comes from there.
Yeah.
And we got Todd and Jen that have property out there too.
Yeah, and I think the longest West Virginia ride we did was to
Oh, the longest.
Charleston or Huntington.
Oh, okay.
Did we go to Charleston or Huntington that day?
The longest ride we did is because Nick doesn't know how to read a map or GPS. Because you were on your
I was on
250 bobber.
the heist, yeah.
And we rode the longest way from Point Pleasant, West Virginia to Athens, which should literally be right there. But we ended up riding, I think it was like 1,020 miles the whole day. And your bobber broke down like 12 times.
Well, you got to realize too, 70 mile an hour on a
that was not
on a little 250. It don't like that because it won't go to 70 miles an hour.
No, it was like I'm a townie, like you ride me around.
I'm a bar hopper. You know.
I like to be in town. 25 is where I shine. You know?
Yeah. 25 is where I shine. No. 45 is where it shines.
And we're like taking this thing to Indiana, Pennsylvania, and
Heck yeah.
stuff.
Matter of fact, the original banner, which I don't know if you can see.
Yeah.
That's my little 250 heist. And that's his Sportster.
Yeah.
And that's West Virginia in Point Pleasant.
Yep. You were looking at the new Silver Bridge.
So,
And my son took that photo. Who is an excellent photographer, but he's never gotten back into it.
when he puts his mind to it.
Oh, he has an incredible eye. But yeah, we would like you guys' input, and we would love for the page to be a little more active with the members involved. Because, as we've always said, the page isn't our page. As you can tell by us being administrators, we're pretty lax on a lot of things. I think there's only been 2 people that we banned, and we banned them for really, really good purposes. Like in the whole time, it's been 2018, 2 people. I think we've done pretty good.
Scammers. Yeah, they were scammers.
We had one that was a scammer, and then we had one guy that was literally just anytime somebody would post something, he would literally put underneath it because he moved to Florida. He'd go, "Well, the weather's so much better here," and it's like,
yeah.
and after like meshing the dude and saying, "Hey, man, you need to like calm down," we had members come to us and was like, "Hey, like that's not cool. We're trying to like make Ohio better," and it's like, "Yeah, I get it. I'll have a talk with
I
him."
understand that he was an Ohioan boy, but
Yeah, and it went from 3 talks with me, 3 talks with Kelly, and then the group had decided, you know what, you're in Florida now, join a Florida group. So, and he was pretty ruthless to people. So, of the whole time that we've been administrators, you guys have open access to everything. The only thing that we admin is essentially if you guys need us to take care of something that we actually need to get involved with. But it was originally set up for one ride that happens once a year, a 250 plus ride.
250 what?
Plus ride,
What's
50
that
mile
mean?
plus ride.
Oh, the miles?
That's what I said.
No, you said 250
50,
plus.
250 plus mile ride is what I said. And 3 to 4 breweries. So we had found when we did our last ride that Ohio Bike Week is really exciting.
You know, I see so many people talking about Ohio Bike Week in Sandusky and how, sorry, and how it's a once in a lifetime experience, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the stories I hear of people who live in Columbus that go up there, the ride is fine. It's 71 all the way up. That's fine. It's what happens when you get to these certain places
Yeah.
that go bad.
Well, so that goes back to what I said earlier. Like, there's work that they do up at Ohio Bike Week that you think is going to be great and everything, and then you get home and like things are after a few months, things start to wear out, and it's like I don't understand why. And if you get an audio system done at Ohio Bike Week, I'm not saying every single one, but I am going to say the majority of them probably get worked on later, and there's missing parts, missing screws, and stuff along those lines. So if you get oil changes, sometimes you don't even get the oil change. Sometimes they just roll you in, roll you out. So if you get brake jobs done, most of the time you're riding home on the same brakes you rode there with. So, I mean, but I can't put them down because they're trying to make a profit to justify being there. Unlike this schmuck that's in his garage that's just taking care of all of his friends. So, I don't know. That's how I feel about Ohio Bike Week. I've never actually been to Ohio Bike Week, so I'm not going to put it down. Like, there's probably sweet bikes that are up there that I'd like to see. I'd like to make it up there. There's been plenty of times where we've almost made it up there, but we've had something come up. And it is on my radar to do. But I would like to go up there with a bike that I had completed. Like Harleen would be a great one to go up there with.
Oh man, I would love to show Harleen up there. Cause she's a one of a kind.
I would also like to do like and I don't care what anybody says. The style's actually named. I would actually like to do a cholo bike. I would, and I would like to show that off. You know,
You know, our neighbor is selling his cholo bike. You can just buy that.
that's 2 streets over, not the
No,
Colorado
it's just
neighbors.
one street over.
That's not the Colorado neighbor.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. He's really cool.
So I would like to do those styles.
I'll be detailing that bike here in a couple weeks
Mhm.
after it gets back from the shop.
And I would actually like to do like a cafe racer and stuff like that. So I don't know, like I would like to have something at Ohio Bike Week to say, hey, I built this. So and then people walking around with like a t-shirt or a sticker going like, oh yeah, don't worry, no, I don't need that done. I got a guy. That's what I would like. So, but anyways,
We have reached our hour mark, so I think it's time to say our goodbyes until next week.
mhm.
You guys, we do have a chat room on Facebook Messenger, the Rite of Spirits, and then you click on Free Your Mind Friday. You can always hit us up there. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and then hit the notification bell if you want to stay updated on our videos. I am hoping to put more content out, but it's the cold weather has really got me depressed a little bit. But I will have to say, Josh's birthday's tomorrow.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, and I love you.
Yeah,
I
thank
hope
you.
it's the best day for you ever.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be another day. So
It probably will be, but I will try to make it as special
Yeah.
as I can for
So,
you.
let's hope.
So happy birthday, Josh.
Thank you.
Yep. So this weekend we're not going to go anywhere because it's his birthday.
I don't
Maybe
care.
the following weekend, since it's going to be cold. Maybe we'll hit something up.
Yeah, maybe we will. But until then, cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Have a good night, gentlemen, or ladies and gentlemen.
Gotta get it out of the holder.